Okay, so we're going to go into Excel and we're going to choose a workbook. And the first thing we're going to do is get our page breaks up. You have to know where your page breaks are. You cannot do this assignment if you don't know where those page breaks are. Easiest way of getting a page break, File, Print. Obviously, we don't want to print a blank sheet of paper, so we hit Cancel. Now we have our dotted lines. For this project, we need to turn our paper. Right now, it's going portrait style, which is up and down, meaning the paper is going this way. We need to turn it so that the paper is going this way. Okay, we call that landscape. Okay, to do that, we're going to go to Layout, Orientation, and we're going to change it to Landscape. Okay, so now we have more columns. All right. For this project, we're going to say that each column, a column is the up and down part, is worth 1 year. So we're going to say each column is 1 year. It represents 1 year of time. You're going to need, so if I look at this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years worth of time. Does everybody understand that? Okay. We're going to probably need more than 10 years worth of time. So we have to make these columns smaller because we need our timeline to fit on one page. The way I do that is I put my mouse up here at the top. Notice when it's down here, I have a white plus sign. Up here, I have a black down arrow. I'm going to drag my mouse across, and I could do just a bunch of them, really doesn't matter. I'm going to right click on this, and I'm going to go to column width. When I do that right now, it's 0.9. If I change that to be a bigger number, what's going to happen to my column width? Luke, it's going to get bigger. If I change it to a smaller number, what's going to happen to my column width? It's going to get smaller. So I'm going to change this to, let's say, 0.75. And you can see now, on my one page, instead of only having 10 years represented, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I added 2 additional years by doing that. If you make your columns even smaller, you'll have more years represented. So you have to decide how many columns you need. How many years do you need represented? Okay. Then, for a timeline, we're going to go across the page. I'm going to do it kind of in the middle. You can see that there's 30 rows, 1 to 30, on this one page. So I'm going to choose 15. That's approximately, it's right in the middle. It doesn't have to be exact, just somewhere approximately in the middle. And I'm going to highlight that row, and I'm going to go up to Format, Cells, and now we're on this page. Now this page should look somewhat familiar to you. We've used this page in 4th grade. We've used this page with last project, putting a border around things. So this should look familiar to you. We're going to choose a nice dark solid line and we're going to put in a horizontal line. So now I have my middle line of my timeline going across the page. The next thing I have to do is choose my event. So I'm going to bring this up and we're going to put on a timeline when the different colonies were founded. Now, we're not going to do all of them Because if you think about it, this one was founded in 1607, and this last one was founded in 1732. That's over 100 years. Are you going to have 100 columns on one page? No, your columns would be itsy bitsy teeny weeny, and that wouldn't work very well. You wouldn't be able to type in them. So we're going to choose 6 of them. Choose 6 of them. You probably want to choose 6 of them that are relatively close together. Okay? You don't want to choose one at the beginning here. Let's say, oops, 1633, and then choose 1682. That would be too big of a time span. So you choose which 6 you want to use. I'm going to use starting in 1626. I'm going to do the New York colony. So on my graph here, my very first column, I'm going to highlight going up. I'm going to go to Format Cells, and I'm going to put on my line here. So it looks like that. So far we have not learned anything that is new for you. You know how to do all of this in Excel. You've done all of this before. Here are the new pieces for you. We're going to highlight this line again. We're going to go to Format Cells, and we're going to go over here to this alignment section. This alignment section is extremely important. The first thing we're going to do is merge the cells. We're going to merge the cells. Watch what happens when I do that. Who can tell me what happened when I merged those? Yes?
They became one thing.
Good. So it took cells A1 to A15 and it made it one big cell. The reason we want to do that is because when we are typing and we go outside of a cell, like this, and we click, and now we realize, oopsies, in cell S11, I made a mistake. To fix it, I can't click in S11. Notice when I double click in it, it's not letting me fix it there. I have to go back and click on the first cell I typed in, which would be way back here. That can get really confusing, especially if you have stuff typed here and here and up here and here for you to figure out, oh, what cell did I start typing in for this section? It can be nearly impossible to remember where that is. So it's much easier for you to instead merge the cells together and make them one large cell. So now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to type. Okay, so 1626 New York colony. In here, 1626 a dash New York colony. Awesome. What's the problem? Yes.
It cut off because you didn't merge the other cells.
Yeah, I didn't merge my cells going across. I merged them going up and down. This is how you get your text to go up and down. I'm going to click on this cell, and now it's one big cell, so I don't have to highlight it. I could just click on it. I'm going to go to Format Cells, and in here under Alignment, I'm going to change my orientation. If I was to change it here, what direction would it go?
Diagonal.
Diagonal. Do I want diagonal? No. I'm gonna change my orientation to be 90 degrees up and down. It now will change that. Now, if I want to go in and edit it, I'm going to double click on this. It's going to have it go back horizontal because when we write horizontally. But for this document, we want, because we're making a diagram, we want it to go vertically. Okay? All right, let's do another one, gentlemen. My next one I'm going to do is in 1630. So I'm going to come over here, and in 1630, who can tell me what column am I going to be working on for 1630? Yes?
Probably
Column what?
B.
Nope, because each one of these is a year. So I'm working on 1630. Which one do I need to be in? That one. Okay, let's check. 1626. What year is this going to be?
1627.
27, 1628, 1629, 1630. I'm working in column E, not in B. Column E. Here we go. Here's a quick review. Highlight, Format Cells, Border, Alignment, change my orientation, merge the cell. Hit OK. 1630. And that one was, help myself out here. Make it so that I'm using my resources so I don't misspell anything. There we go. Let's do our next one. 1633. Which one is that going to go in? Oh, we got more people. Henry. H. Let's check. 31, 32, 33. Again, quick review. Highlight. If I go below here, if I go below this horizontal line, watch. If I go to Format Cells and I accidentally put my border on and I change my merging and orientation so it looks like that, it happens every year. If you do that, two options. Hit the undo button. That will undo it. That's probably the easier one. Okay. Other option. Click on the cell. Format Cells. Just put everything back the way it was. Uncheck that. Get rid of that border. Just put it all back the way it was. Am I missing something?
Yes.
I've got to put that back on. Format Cells. Big bold line on the bottom. Now I can go ahead, put that back in. I have one more thing to show you, so let's just go through this real quick. Orientation, 1633. And that one was the Maryland. Maryland colony. Let's look at the next one. 36. I have two events. How am I going to do that? I have 2 events. One on top, one on bottom. Let's go through it. I got 2 events. I got to fit them both on there. So, 34, 5, 36. Format the cells. Change my orientation, border, alignment, merge. 1636. And those were Rhode Island and Connecticut. Rhode Island colony. I'm going to work below the line. This is new. This is different because I'm working below this horizontal line. Format cells. Put my border on. I'm going to still have my orientation going this way, but this additional section, vertical bottom. Does everybody see how this text is at the bottom of this box? Okay, when I am working below the line, I want to change this to be top because I want my text to be up here by the line. I don't want it way down here. So I have to change it to be up at the top. Okay, 1636. Shh, shh, shh. Okay. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I get enough? How many did I say we needed? 6. My next one is at 1638. I need 2 more columns here. How many do I have here? 1. That's a problem. I'm going to have to make my cells smaller, aren't I? Come up here, scroll across, right click, format column width instead of 0.5. Let's try 0.66. Now do I have enough? Yeah. Now I can come back over and I can format the cells, put the extra border in, and I can add that last event. A couple last things. You need a title on this. For your title, you're going to find a white space that you're not using, going across. You're going to go to Format, Cells. You're going to merge them. I'm not going to change my orientation because I want my text to go across this time. I'm going to put a border around the whole box so it looks kind of nice. And I'm going to call this Colony Timeline. Okay. And I can then put my name on it. I might want to come in here and center that so it's in the center of the box. And then you need to color the cells that you used. Only the ones you used. So I use this. I use this one. You could change, choose the same color, or you could change and do different colors for this one. It's up to you. Make sure that I can read the colors you've chosen. If I can't read the text because you've chosen black, I can't grade it. So if I can't grade it, it's a problem. Okay.